marker? Marker will tell me. So yeah, that mission was 2 hours and 5 minutes. On the other route, you fight all the enemies up to the Machine Primeval. Yeah, once you defeat Z-Master, you've been. They don't do the rest of the plot. And Rudy doesn't show up to help you. Time for the final scenario, folks, of the main game. We still have the expansion later. But I'm jumping right in. Rockhaven briefing room. And everything over and done with if we take out Ragnael Dinharish? Correct. I've already done my research in the UND head office's internal affairs. I resigned my position, but I do still have a considerable connections in the UND. Yeah, no Zunuda. I don't know if I call you that quick on your feet, or quick to turn on your heels. And here you join their opponents, not to mention just casually waltzing in to hang out with people from another planet. You know, I've been wondering something. Do you know what the word integrity means, ma'am? It wasn't a common notion in my galaxy, but I've learned it since coming to Earth. Ah, you're the type that treats the things you learn as purely academic. Goodness, that's harsh. But I'll take the Electron Fairy scolding as a compliment, thank you very much. Wow, she really is as thick-skinned as the rumors say. As shameless as ever, I see. Something tells me you'll do just fine wherever you choose to live in this universe. I'm flattered by the compliment. I am truly glad to have the privilege of meeting you, Miss Sakurai and Miss Raimi. Are you sure you don't hate us for beating the tar out of you? I'm sure, yes. Miss Sakurai, you show such heartfelt enjoyment for your work. And seeing the way you let her inspire and grow fonder of your work, Raimi, it was the two of you that made me resolve to leave the UND and find other employment. You're glossing over a few details there, aren't you? I'm pretty sure Wasserman said he fired you. Let's just say the truth is something I'd prefer not to disclose. Oh, and of course, I did rather miss everybody in the Infinite Haven. You really are thick-skinned. Maybe a thick skin is something you need in order to survive in space. Captain! They're being mean to me! That's their way of being friendly towards one of their own. Don't worry about it. There you have it. Don't expect me to handle you with kid gloves. Understood. I'll be careful to avoid getting close to Captain Char any more than strictly necessary while you're in prison, Miss Haman. She doesn't even bat an eye with Haman. To think I was fighting this crazy daredevil. Ugh, I'm shuddering thinking what could have been. Can we really trust you? I can assure you that my desire to work for the good of Earth is no lie, Raimi. After all, I'm nuts about the place now. Really? I mean, I am so sick of doing nothing but fighting, you know? It has fine food, chic fashions, lovely scenery, enjoyable amusements. Truly, the Earth totally rules. You know, that explains a lot. So I'm basically the same as you, Raimi. Wow, Rudy. The idea of letting Earth become reduced to a UND soldier depot has begun to make me sick to my stomach. So as far as the Earth side goes, I intend to one day promote this solar system as the hottest sightseeing spot in the galaxy. Still, all you think about is yourself, huh? Everyone's happy. I'm happy. I'll be doing the Sagiri Sakurai style, to put it another way. Okay, Rudy Pixizaldo. Let's hear your basis for claiming that Ragnael's downfall would lead to the UND calling off their plans. Allow me to provide you all with an overview. Ragnael Dinharish holds the position to overall fleet commander in the UND. He unifies UND fleets under his command, and the UND Zero fleet under his direct command is considered the most powerful of them all. Is it the Zero's fleet solar system? Correct. Ragnael is spearheading the Earthling militarization project in order to increase the UND's operational scope. He came to the solar system personally to see it through, because his subordinates kept losing. And I was one of them, as embarrassing as it is to admit. If Ragnael's the most powerful person in UND, does it collapse if we take him out? No, it does not. He's the highest authority figure in combat matters, but the UND is a separate upper management structure. The UND will continue to exist as a syndicate long after his death. Who cares if it does? Our objective isn't to destroy the UND anyway. Yeah, as long as we can protect the Earth, that's all that really matters. If taking out the architect of this plan, Ragnael, is enough to make them go hands-off with the Earth, then that's what we'll do. Just to be crystal clear, if we take out Ragnael, will the UND drop the Earthling militarization project? Yes or no? The answer is yes. The upper execs will have no interest in incurring greater risks by attacking those who destroyed the Zero fleet. That said, they are a greedy bunch. They'll probably try to curry favor with the Earth using a softer touch next time. That'll be up to the political and business pros to negotiate. If they want to sit at the table with us instead of attacking or making displays of force, we can meet them in kind easy. Thank you for providing that intel, Rudy Pixizaldo. I am pleased to have been of service. I'll appreciate any assistance you can provide myself or other UND defectors in finding gainful employment. We'll be making arrangements for that once our own other business is done with. Thank you so very much, Chief Amasaki. I would love to go work for VTX given the chance. How shameless can you get? It's a weird turn for an alien who came to recruit Earthlings to turn around and ask for a job on Earth, alright. Soon enough, we might live in an age where it's commonplace occurrence. The rest depends on what the UND does next. Nobody would stop them if they wanted to just give up on their plan and leave the solar system. That ain't happening. AIM, Pressman, and that Ragnail guy are both spoiling to finish their fight. If they cling to their pride, want to knock down, drag out fight, we'll give them one. Then we'll put this all behind us. The battle in the Twilight Age both. Welcome to Final Scenario! Set sail for hope. Once again, 24 deploys. UND approaching. There's a lot of them. Infinite Haven, allow me to thank you for kindly accepting my invitation. Save it. We want to finish this fight as much as you do. Before we settle this, I'd like to have a word with you. You've never asked us for a conversation before. Looking back on our days of battle, I've had much to chew on. This is the first experience I've had that's left me feeling doubt in my own battle. I thank you for granting me such an opportunity. That's not what I was expecting. Perhaps he's had a change of heart like Rudy did? So I have something to say in light of this. I'd like to enter a contract with you all. Man, that's it? Let me be clear to avoid any misunderstandings. I value your strength quite highly. If you sign on with the UND, I give you my word that you will be assigned to the Zero Fleet, where you will be treated lavishly. So you give us a better deal than what you give the rest of the Earthlings. But we don't want that kind of deal. And neither does anyone else. We'll never allow you to go ahead with your militarization project. I've already discussed the matter with AIM. After talking it over, I agreed to abandon that plan. What? You're willing to pull back from Earth? On one condition. Oh yeah? Here we go. It's a classic Slender's ploy to offer hope before busting out something completely ludicrous to man. My condition is for you, the Infinite Haven, sign on with the UND as representatives of the Earthlings. I'd rather have your strength than 1 billion Earthlings. A brazen proposal at first glance, but it would be profitable in the eyes of the UND. It's flattering that you would hold us to higher esteem than 1 billion people. But flattery will get you nowhere. We're not here to be your instruments of war. All personnel, if anyone would personally like to sign on with the UND, go ahead and speak up now. If you speak up, I will respect your choice as an individual. There you go, Ragnail Dinharish. That dead silence is our answer. A shame that, and I truly mean it. Oh shit! Dispatch fucking Yazan! It will destroy you all and make soldiers out of 1 billion people. AIM Pressbud! You've come out in person with all the other Earthlings that sign on with UND, huh? I'm sacrificing 1 billion people for the sake of human progress. I thought contracting with you would be an elegant solution to avert the sacrifice. But clearly you don't see it that way. You weigh life and freedom as measurable things. It's always politics with you. What are you hoping to accomplish by taking the field now? Exactly what I just said. Destroying you in order to carry out the plan. But you're a politician, right? Are you even trying to take us seriously? I think it's you guys that failed to take him seriously. He's AIM Pressman, legendary ace pilot of the Earth Federation forces. Let me tell you, he ain't gotten any worse with age. Rakan Dakaran, so you decided to show up, Yazan. Don't forget the rest of us supporting roles. What do we care about the Earth 700 years from where I lived in it? I'm gonna do what I want. Ellen and Cheryl, you guys join the UND too? The UND gives us a place to fight, and it allows me to fight all. Hokushin, you're not going to talk down people who are spoiling for a fight. So basically the way to stop an idiot is by roughing them up. You're exactly right. Did you just agree with when he called you an idiot? I've started to question everything I've been doing. Oh really? I acted to protect the human race, but now I question if it was ever really necessary to start with. Maybe I should have had more faith in human potential like Daima did. What, now you're having second thoughts? If you believe in something, you should see it through to the end. I never took you for such a weak man. And if you guys can't win against a weak man, you'll never be able to protect humanity. So if I destroy you and make humanity walk the path of coexistence with the UND, There's a distinct difference between coexistence and subjugation. Aim Pressbun, if their words continue to spread, they'll require far more than 1 billion soldiers. Then all of the Earth and mankind will be swallowed by galactic warfare. Humans fight to live, not as someone else's tools of war. You want to do it alone? We won't stop you. Take all the guys who are into that stuff and get the hell out of our solar system. I'm afraid that won't be good enough. So I'll prove my own power. I'll prove that I was right. Well spoken, Aim. I respect your resolve. I shall fight alongside you with the full might of the Zero Fleet. Thank you, Ragnail. Well, I'll be damned. Those two are decent friends, huh? Seems like Ragnail looks upon Aim Pressbun as an equal. He really does give Earthlings a lot of credit. I'm sure he's got a great guy personally, but we'll always be at odds. That's why we have to fight. Yeah, to protect ourselves and to protect the freedom of all people. Yeah, that's what justice is all about. UND, if you think you conquer our spirits, you'll be in for a rude awakening. So be it. The swing of a sword is mightier than 10,000 words. Attention, UND Zero Fleet. Provide the Infinite Haven with a full display of your might. Infinite Haven. This battle will determine who gets to dictate humanity's future. You or me? Answer is none of the above, Aim Pressbun. The ones who dictate the future will be every individual who wants one. It's our job to fight anyone who stands in the way of that. UND, Aim Pressbun, the world is ready to move on. Time for you guys to step aside. Scenario does not have SR points because it is the last scenario. Goal is to defeat the 2 bosses. That being going to bed, Danny? Because I mean, it's past the time you said you would gonna be able to stay up for. Okay. That's good, dude. You'll want to catch this on the VOD or on my YouTube channel because shit's about to get wild. Really? I like the idea of fighting a giant, like, space corporation. The designs of their mechs are a bit meh. But I felt that way about pretty much all the OGs. I don't know if I'd say they're the worst. But I can definitely see why someone might hold that opinion. I kind of like their goals and their plot and the reason why they're fighting. I really get behind that as like a villain, because that's like, well, shit, yeah, that's the natural way a corporation would eventually go. That's the direction they would eventually go from how corporations are on Earth, treating people as just soldiers or baby factories as needed to throw into the meat grinder to earn some more money. It does feel weird, you know, where several of our characters are also members of corporations, but they're not the evil ones. They're good corporations, like those exist. Yeah, no, I dig that. One of the best and simplest explanation of the difference between communism and socialism that I've ever heard is communism is no one is allowed to be rich. Socialism is you're allowed to be rich, but no one's allowed to be poor. And I thought that was a pretty elegant way of putting it, as short, as succinctly as possible. Yeah, right? But that would kind of even the that would very much even the playing field in negotiations, wouldn't it? We can build another Tornado Rex. How much money did you say you should be earning? Oh shit, they're support attacking each other. Yeah, right? Juno's just like, I'll get there eventually. Damn it, everyone's attacking him. The enemy has a lot of units, so expect this to take. What the fuck? Going after Camille while he's transformed. You should be ashamed of yourself. Just in case he gets attacked a lot. Hey, she gets hit again. I mean, I used one SP, one ability, my cheapest one in fact, and all of you are now getting a 0% chance to even hit her. But if you want to keep trying, I'm okay with that. She hits back pretty hard. And then there's this motherfucker trying to run into Noriko's foot. Seriously. Should have used that twice, 2 times before. He just keeps getting attacked. Oh look, a couple of mini-bosses. Oh fuck, aim press button. Buckle up, aim press button. You're about to regret ever waltzing out in this battlefield. Ryoma Nagare, you're the kind of soldier that fights on pure instinct. No offense, but you're just an easy target to me. And that's funny, because I happen to specialize in breaking the jaws of guys with high opinions of themselves. Interesting. If you think you've got a shot, then go ahead and try me. Sure, there'll be a fight between a new ace pilot and an old one. Just remember, I'm making a policy never to lose to rat bastards like you. Wow, Ryoma. Damn, he's still going! Not enough. just barely not enough. Hikaru Shido, Umi Ryuzaki, Fu Huoji, you fought on in spite of your cruel fate. You deserve a combination for that. We don't fight someone to get a pat on the head from someone else. We fight to bring back peace to the world. So we'll fight you. One day when you grow up, you'll come to appreciate how right I was. Not in a million years. It's wrong to sacrifice someone's happiness for the sake of someone else's happiness. I know all about that, which is why I can't forgive what you're doing. Shit, dude, these kids are more grown up than you.
あなたのことは信じたかった。信じていたかったのに。行くよ、二人とも。いつでも行けます。私たちならきっとやれる。三人の力を合わせて。
All the fucking battleships is staying back there. Assholes. Strategy. Rudy picks his Alto. There we go. All right. God damn it, Master Asia. Couldn't be doing much worse than Judo. There's the hammer again. I'm still a little confused why it disappeared. Why would you do something like that? That sounds like an awful idea. I told you! Twitter was a mistake. I mean, I'd expect the same image, but with him like wrist deep in someone's butthole because it is Twitter. But, I mean... And now the rest of you who are watching this as a recording have to live with that image in your mind. Onodesico! Have fun! Thank you for weakening him for me. Shozama, defeating you will mark my galactic debut. For having such a grand dream, you've got a really petty exception. Call it a loose end for me. I can't move on until I get revenge on the guy I lost to before. Is that obsession why you refuse to change even after reincarnating? I don't see the problem. No matter how many times I'm reborn, I'm still Alan Brady. Get a clue, Alan. All that means is that you'll be fighting battles forever. Ugh, feels like I've been a very long, bad dream. But I guess it's over now. You foolish man. You were given the chance for a fresh start and you squandered it. One wrong move and that could have been me. Jiril, find a life for yourself that doesn't involve fighting. Otherwise you'll be... Screw that. Fighting's the best way to vent all my frustrations. And you know what would make me feel best of all? Taking you down, Shozama. There's no place in the world for people willing to take the lives of others for their own personal gratification. Jiril, I'll finish our fight for good. How could I lose? This can't be right. Jiril, don't. You'll go hyper again. I wouldn't even if I could. Jiril's aura is softening. Maybe all this time I've been searching for the right place to die. If I go back to Bison Well after this, I hope next time I can find a decent life for myself. Jiril. I guess she was tired of the endless fighting as we were. Her soul has been freed from battle, I hope. Cho. I don't know if this was the right outcome for Jiril or not. I just pray that her soul can return to Bison Well once more. Hey, look at this! You get to contribute! You don't get to contribute against Imprespun, though. You will die if you fight Imprespun. Before I forget... I have a confession to make, Tetsurugi. Sending you VTX was part of my plan. You were planning on using President Goldwyn in Special Section 3 from the start? No. The dream of ushering humanity into a new age was something Daima and I shared. You lost your way and became an enemy to us and the whole world. I'm going to strike you down on behalf of President Goldwyn, the man that shared your dream. I mean, it just wouldn't be right unless we did it this way, would it? Imprespun, we will strike you down in former President Goldwyn's place. You want revenge. Daima had some fine subordinates. Let's be real. You'd still be our enemy regardless of whether or not you betrayed the president. And you'd throw your life away for that? You must be proud warriors indeed. You still don't get it. We're salarymen. In fact, office ladies might be a better description of us. We stake our lives on for the sake of doing our jobs. We wouldn't waste our lives on some low-down crook like you. Brace yourself, Aim Press Bund. We're gonna take you out real quick like and move on to our next job. Right. I mean, it's big enough, it might actually be an office inside that thing. But this reminds me a lot of the webcomic Goblins, which I love to death. In the comic Goblins, there's a scene where this elderly goblin is fighting this ranger. And the ranger is someone who mained the goblin when they were younger and swore to make sure that the goblin died because it like torturing goblins. That was its favorite enemy. And when the goblin finally fights the ranger, it's at the point where it's about to finish him off. And then right when he's about to, the ranger just starts going on this rant and starts laughing maniacally about how they were the greatest rivals ever. And then the old goblin just tosses aside, like, because he cut off his ear, just tosses it aside and says, "You're not my rival. You're not my the person I've sworn revenge against. You're just a ranger I killed for experience one day." That's the kind of takedown this is to me. How could I lose? Sure, you were strong, as a pilot and as a person. But humanity isn't so light that you can carry it all on your shoulders. Of course, I've made a terrible mistake. You had your chance to do better. Now you're going to take responsibility for refusing to try. I'm ready to face that. It's over, Aim Press Bund. Seemingly not. He ran? Looks like he's trying to make re-entry. I'm embarrassed for you now, Aim Press Bund. That is most unbecoming behavior. Let's give chase, ma'am. After we finish with Ragnail, sure. You cling to life, Aim. I suppose that's one way for a soldier to live. Farewell, my friend. I won't see you again in this lifetime. Interesting. He was all ready to die and take credit and take blame for everything. Then, I don't know, maybe he got a message or something, and then he just left. Weird. No, definitely not using that. Shit. I actually did not mean to do that. Well. Fucking Dubin Wolf and fucking Rakan. Attack! Not enough yet, huh? What if I do this? Not enough with the crit either? Damn it, I forgot how defensive that guy is. These are the only two I have left, too. Akito Tenkawa, you're in my way. Move. I will make certain that I said move. How dare you? Listen to me. If you won't move, I'll make you.
我が野天候の
お前だけはこの手で突破する。
Yeah, at this point in the story, Akito really just does not give a shit anymore about Hokushin. He's got his wife back. He plans to live happily with her. Hokushin isn't a threat anymore. I shall not die. I shall survive and subject Akito Tenkawa to even greater depths of hell. I don't care what you want. You don't fear me? You're nothing to me anymore. But that's impossible. That would mean I'm... Looks like Akito's words were the finishing blow. Akito! The scars of the past will always be there. But I can move past them, as long as I've got Yurika by my side. Just finishing them off one at a time. No more spirit tricks for you. Oh, hey, a crit. Okay, bye, Yazan. That's it for me. So much for my dream of battling throughout the galaxy. He stuck to that all the way to the end. So long, Yazan. Mankind's got better things to do to play with your twisted games. And the battleships are coming. Oh lord, they coming. Except for Ragnael. Fucking really? Two of you duke it out for a sec. Now go away. Is this where I die? I was supposed to be king of Earth. Where did I go wrong? Rest in peace, Rakan Dakaran. Your ambitions are over now. Forgive me, Rakan. You're another soldier who paid the price for my foolish leadership. Even if you chose to join the UND of your own volition, I shall apologize regardless. Good, good, good. Battleship versus battleship. Busting out all my damage to get rid of these battleships this turn. Really has to be the Super Inazuma, huh? Okay. Ragnail is the last one left. I'm gonna have some fun if I'm fighting the enemy's big commander. Excellent. Those raw combat instincts are something I value. I'll give you an army if you join me. You're out of your mind if you think for a split second I'd work for anyone. Let's roll, Ragnail. You're about to see what kind of guy you just tried to bring on board. Where to watch his actual attack, of course. That's got it. That's with wall active. He ain't fucking around. Yep, that's a one-shot to the Black Serena. Hit-and-run tactics require both a fine machine and a considerable amount of commitment from the pilot. You're a good soldier. I'd be glad to have you. The answer is no, I have no intention of being anyone's soldier. Then where is your battlefield? What do you fight? A cook's battlefield is the kitchen. I'll put an end to this fight so I can stand in one again. Our target's the enemy flagship. Let's do this, Kazumi. It's time to end this fight. You both have a fine spirit. It's a shame it belongs to women. Oh, fuck! Murder him! I can't believe I just heard that. The UND must be seriously behind the times. Our gender's got nothing to do with anything. We fight because we've got people to protect. And we'll never lose. Gunbuster will protect everyone living on Earth.
帰るってや
You're a real straight shooter. Under my tutelage, you'd make a fine soldier. Sorry, I'm not really interested. The universe calls for battle. You would shine on the battlefield. Do you ever give up? I already said no. You're a bastard drunk on his own ego. How about you go back to your home planet, play cops and robbers with your friends until you drop dead? I'm actually curious how this will turn out. There's no need for words between two worlds. Just life and death. I've got no intention of dying. I like you. You would be a perfect fit for my Zero Fleet. I decide where I go. I'm not interested in marching to your tune. Oh look, Kiriko's been really hurt. Oh dear. Whatever shall I do to help him to survive such a terrible fate? Oh no, he's now more powerful than he's ever been. Your own techniques and unquenchable fighting spirit. You're everything I could ask for in a soldier. I don't fight for the sake of war. I fight for the people and to better myself. Then I'll provide the demonstration of force. You'll sign my contract once I defeat you. You know what? Fine. You're on. And if I beat you, you'll take your fleet and get the hell out of our solar system. That's a good question. I'm astounded that you could take on my Eru and your 3 little fighter jets. You aren't the only one, buddy. I'm pretty surprised myself. What do we do then? Make a break for it? Somehow I think the mighty Infinite Haven could survive just fine without us. Maybe they would. But the way I figure, if we don't show some proper hospitality to our guests, they'll think the Earthlings are rude. Besides, I don't get a fight with stakes this big every day. Might as well make the most of it. I like your style. Fine, I'll play your game. No discussion of profits or anything, huh? Think it over. If you sign on with me, you could name your price. I only want one thing, and that's a world where everyone can live in happiness. Ragnail Dinharish, I'll fight you to have that world. I accept your resolve, young lady. Challenge me with all your might. I'll never lose. I'm a magic knight of the Infinite Haven, the hope that protects the world. I should. Does not give me charge. Shit. Okay, so I don't get to use Quark plus Granola. Actually. Now I do. Still not a kill though. Need to weaken him a bit more. Right? that's sort of the point they were making earlier. They were like, if he wasn't in this position as a warmonger, he would be a really nice guy to hang out with. If you know how powerful my Zero Fleet is, why do you still fight it? I know that tactically we're at a disadvantage. Guy, look around you, they're all gone. But losing isn't an option for us, so I'll move forward with bravery. Just throwing your life away, truly bravery. Not at all, Ragnail. Bravery means putting your life on the line. You're about to see the infinite power that springs from that. Still no, huh? We trained him wrong as a joke, right? You make very precise attacks. You seem to be a fine soldier. You don't get to dictate what I am. I do. Then choose to be a soldier for the UND. Are you even listening? You don't get to have any say in how I live my life. If you still insist on bringing me under your heel, I'll fight you for all I'm worth. I want to live. God damn it! You refuse to back down even in the face of Ragnail Dinharish. You have some impressive bravery. I've got things of my own riding on me, but as long as I do, I'll never lose to a guy like you. Answer me. Is what you carry more weighty than the duty I have to carry the entire UND syndicate? Damn right it is. I've got the future of all of humanity riding on me. That's why I'm gonna win. The whole reason we're here is to protect peace and freedom from maniacs like you. That should be enough. Finally. This is the Cork Drive loaded unit from Wasselman's report. It's called the Terminator Rex, and it's the Prime VTX Union. Remember the name, Kay? You and your weapon will be swallowed by the might of the UND. I'll provide a forceful demonstration of that now. Seriously? I can't believe this bullying jock is in the upper rings of a whole syndicate. If you want to contract Earthlings, you gotta have good pay, rewarding work, a stellar work environment, and ample benefits. We have none of that now, Sagiri.
クォーククラスターノマ承認します。
X とキャリアクスのジョイントを確認。ガビ、ドライブをお願い。クォークドライブ、出力全開。エネルギーチャージ完了。行きましょう、先輩。セーフティー解除。レックス。これがレックスと私たちの力。そう、それは無敵よ。
My A Rule is the flagship of the Zero Fleet. It's supposed to be invincible, and yet it's sinking. Damn right it is. We came out on top. Face it, Ragnail. This is the power of the Earthlings, and we don't yield to anyone. We'll fight to any who threaten our freedom. That's all there is to it. Such formidable will. A fitting group of foes to be my last, after all the many battlefields I fought on. Infinite Haven, perhaps what the universe isn't power, but the will to achieve something. In my last moments, I, Ragnail Dinharish, have come to realize this. You went out with the most becoming dignity, Ragnail Dinharish. Maybe he knew the way he was doing things was a mistake, but he refused to admit it till the very end. That's what happens to people who cling to the old ways and refuse to accept the new. That goes double in the corporate world. Some things shouldn't be changed, but some things definitely should. And people have got to understand that. Ma'am. Come on, Raimi. We've got a changing world to save. The battle has been decided. We've delivered a serious setback to UND's Earthling militarization project and protected humanity for the time being. But the battle's not over yet. All units, return to the ship on the double. We're making re-entry and going after Aim Pressbund. Aim Pressbund. If you choose to live on in dishonor, go right ahead. But you're gonna pay your debt to society one way or another. We get to re-sortie! I mean, nothing's gonna change in who I sortie, but you can re-sortie. We're not in a different scenario, though. This is still the same scenario. It's one of the rare times that they do this. I've been waiting for you, Infinite Haven. Aim Pressbund! Was all that running just to find a best place to die? That's exactly what it is. But you won't be the ones to punish me. What's this shaking? Look out! Something's surfacing from beneath the ruins of the Space Development Corporation building. What in the world? This thing was sitting beneath G Island City this whole time? Is this your idea of a trump card, Aim Pressbund? No, actually. What is that? That, my friends, is amazing! It's huge! That thing easily tops 300 meters! Aim, you're going to pay, traitor!
裁きを受けろエイム必殺銀河断獄剣今こそ正義を執行する一刀両断俺が未来を作るVTX 社訓その6やる気のない者は去れ
This will absolve you of the crime of selling out Gaia to the UND! Aim, my friend, go out like a man. Thank you, Daima. Former President Goldwyn? Father, did you just... It was my duty as his friend. On that, he and I agreed. So Aim Pressbund came out here because President Goldwyn asked him to. Then there's this fortress. What in the world is going on here? Have a look at this. The VTX logo! And that building, is it a VTX facility? Former President, would you mind explaining all of this? It's all as you see, Chief Amasaki. The robot's name is the Daigaian. It's Gaia's new guardian deity. The Daigaian? It's a name that's very, on the nose. Of course it is. If it's going to be Gaia's guardian deity, then its name should be simple and easy for all people to remember. And the Daigaian's base will be this. The Mobile Fortress VTX. A mobile fortress? Did you know about this, Chief? Not in the least. I should hope not. The construction of the Mobile Fortress VTX was highly classified. This and the Daigaian are the VTX Union's top secrets. You called it a mobile fortress. That means it's not an island, but a space battleship? What is this about, Father? I thought you had died. I'm sorry, Raimi. That was pure theater. What do you mean, theater? An old war hero sacrifices himself to save the world. And then later, it turns out it was all a ploy to deceive the enemy, so he could follow through with his project in absolute secrecy. A fine bit of theater, wouldn't you agree? I'm a natural-born Martian jumper. It wasn't a hard trick to pull off. He can boson jump. Father, why are the Daigaian and Mobile Fortress VTX even here? Let's hear it, former president. Certainly, Sakurai. And by the way, you can stop calling me former president now. Call me Commander instead. Commander? That's right. I'm about to unveil a new project to Gaia and all mankind. It's called the Galactic Unification Project, and Daima Goldwyn will take command of all of it. Galactic Unification? Does that mean what I think it does? Humanity will form a great fleet, centered around the mobile fortress VTX, and embark upon a war to unify the entire galaxy. How could you say such a thing? You would invade other planets in this galaxy? That might be how other planets on the receiving end of our advances interpret it. But to the Gaia and humanity, it will be a grand dream that gives rise to endless bounds of dynamic energy. With all due respect, President Goldwyn, are you out of your mind? Hold on, President Goldwyn, isn't that what bad guys do? It's Commander now, not President, boys. I have no desire to shed blood needlessly either. I give my word that I will advocate for bloodless liberation as much as humanly possible. That's beside the point. How'd you arrive at the conclusion that mass invasions were a good idea? How? It's simple. It's our grand venture beyond the solar system. This will mark a new golden age for mankind. Is the president okay? I think getting blown up might have knocked a few screws loose. Either that or some evil spirits possess him or something. You can't appreciate my vision? Since humanity's going to rediscover its dynamic energy and venture beyond the solar system now that the battle's over. But what you're doing would take with peace and happiness for the humans of other planets. Of course, you do have a point. But the universe holds interstellar scale entities like UND, as you know. It also plays host to galactic scale battles. The whole universe is in turbulent times. Now the Earthlings have driven back the UND. I say they have the right to be hegemons. Yeah, this is so cool. That's nuts! So basically you want to go from being president of a corporation to king of the galaxy. All of humanity will help further my plans. I won't settle for some piddling number like 1 billion like the UND wanted. I'm bringing everyone on board. With the full military might of all Earthlings, control of the galaxy would be assured. You're off your damn rocker! The mobile fortress VTX and the Dai Gaian will be the central to the effort, as will all of you. Wait, us? You want to make the Infinite Haven help you further your ambitions? It's not a personal ambition for me. It's a new dream for all mankind. He's just as bad as Aim Pressbun. He believes that any deed constructed out of genuine belief rather than pure selfishness will automatically serve to benefit humanity. His methods are absolutely unconscionable, though. Now then, Infinite Haven, you have two choices. Yes or hell yes. Pick one. That's not a choice at all. Which means you never cared what we had to say about it from the very start. Everyone, would you please allow me to give an answer on your behalf? Raimi? Father, can I please ask you to think this through again? Think what? The power you've mustered should be used to further humanity's future, yes. But please abandon the idea of using it for war, to rob other people of their own peace and happiness. I understand what you're trying to say, Raimi, but I'm an Earthling, and I put the prosperity of Gaia ahead of everything else. Nothing else matters to me. Father! Diamond Goldwyn? I think you forgot to address me by my preferred title then, Sakurai. How dare you talk like that in front of Raimi, when she's risked her life fighting for the sake of the planet she's not even from? You're being an embarrassment to our old planet if you ever ventured out into space. Miss Sakurai is right, sir. Masaki, I'd hope that you would appreciate what I'm doing. You're the one who once told me to be a true hero. Really? He's talking about when Diamond and I both served the Federation forces. I was his CO back then. Wow, he served under you? Back on the quagmire of a battlefield, I told Daimo to be a hero to save the world. And now look at me, Amasaki! The day has finally come for me to be a true hero. Gaia's guardian deity! You missed the point, Daima. I signed on with VTX together with you because I wanted you to learn ways of fighting that don't involve force. But you rose to a position of company president without ever truly becoming to understand what it means to be a salaryman. Yeah, right, I did. I'm a hero! Infinite Haven! I got all the answer I needed from the fact that none of you tried to stop Raimi from talking. As such, I hereby dub you all insurgents, and I will execute you. Those look familiar! Dang, look at all those Tyranidos! I can see some minor differences from ours. This is the official mass production version of the Tyranido. It's called the Tyrannado. You had those all lined up to go too? That's a former president for you. He covers all his bases. These are loaded with mass-produced quark drives and Special Section 3's operational data. How could you use the quark drive from my Darnesian father for such a terrible purpose? The Daigayan, for its part, is loaded with 20 quark drives. It also had UND science and technology integrated into its development process. It's the ultimate fusion of Earth and alien technology. It also utilizes plenty of Golden Age and prehistoric solar system civilization technology that we brought up and kept stored. And I'm not done yet. It also takes into account all the Infinite Haven robot data that I obtained through sponsors' privileges. Between all of that and my piloting techniques, it is truly invincible. Would you still face me knowing all of that, Infinite Haven? Jeez, that's some pressure. That dag-blasted Daima must have incorporated tech like the G-Stone that converts someone's willpower into actual power. He's a fool, but he's got willpower to spare. We still can't lose this. We can't allow this shameless lout to journey into the stars. We just finished protecting mankind from the UND. We're not going to let a fellow Earthling turn people into tools of warfare. You're certainly strong, that much is true. You're worthy of carrying humanity's dream. But if you deny my dream of humanity's, that makes you evil, plain and simple. It doesn't make us jack squat. Daima Goldwyn, we reject your brand of justice. We will stop you so our fighting in this time, and all this time wasn't for nothing. I think I'd be the one spouting the line I've heard 1,000 times. Try me if you dare. You guys stand no chance in hell against me or the Daigayan. Daima Goldwyn, let's do this with our Infinite Haven spirit. Goals to defeat the Daigayan and Daima Goldwyn. Triple action, pressure, supreme, 20% damage dealt, 10% final accuracy and evasion when morale is 130 or higher. His morale is currently 115. He's too large. EN regen, all disabler, chain of command, so he makes everybody around him stronger. Galaxy Shattering Beam Cannon is his map attack. Galaxy Shattering Slash, which he used against Aim Press Fund, is also there. We're not holding back. And these are all the Tornadoes instead of Tyrannados.
敵
VTX 尺のその9ピンチの時こそビジネスチャンス
Yep, animation's even the same.
敵のし
Thankfully, they don't have infinite range. You can outrange them. They only have Beam Bayonet and Magna Beam Launcher. They don't have any of the special abilities like that we did. They all have increased accuracy though, because why not? Wow, that's not very far. Oh well. Just because we have to kill one with our Tornado Rex.
サイドに
By the way, all of our SP is maxed out because we're pissed. At least I think it's maxed out for everybody. It should be, yeah. Go ahead and kill one of their back row units. No big deal. Fucking pirate strategy is amazing. You might be wondering why I'm focusing only on the Tornados? I keep forgetting to pronounce it, whatever. There's a reason for that. Just give it a minute and you'll find out. All right. Fortress VTX, provide me with support. The Daigayan is bad enough by itself without all the extra cannon fire. Damn it, the only way to put a stop to that thing is to get by him first. Does that mean it's impossible? That's exactly what it means. None can stand before the might of the Mobile Fortress VTX and the Daigayan. You've got a lot of nerve attaching VTX's name to that thing. Diamond Goldwyn, the VTX Union isn't your personal property. Do with as you please. I owe a special debt of gratitude to Special Section 3, actually. It was all the data you gathered that helped me to perfect the mass production Tornado. More knockoff Tornadoes! With the Mobile Fortress VTX's production line, it's running at full capacity. It only takes 1 minute to get 5 Tornadoes up and running in the field. But seeing as it's an emergency situation, I'll make it go in overproduction mode, even if it means taxing its resources. Add 3 units per minute to your production quota, and add 3 more every minute. So we're looking at 8 units 1 minute from now, and 11 units 2 minutes from now? I've run the numbers. If the enemy's presence exceeds 30 units, the situation will become untenable for us. So our defeat would be assured. Jeez, we have to deal with this stupidly oversized robot, constant overhead fire, and infinite reinforcements? How are we supposed to deal with this? We'll have to keep fighting anyway. That's right, as long as we still have bravery in our hearts. As long as we wish to protect the peace. That's it, Infinite Haven. If you refuse to accept my justice, then fight for all you're worth. I'll take you all on and pummel you until nothing's left of you. If there are more than 30 enemy units at the start of player phase, we lose. That's why I'm hurting them as much as I can. And they are only going to keep producing higher and higher every turn, adding 3 to whatever amount they produce. So, yeah. Make sure you're killing some of these guys if you don't think you can kill Goldwyn on your turn. There's a lot of units on the field. Oh shit. Time for the galaxy shattering slash.
理解しろ兜浩二君は俺の片腕になるべき男なのださあ決着の時だ今こそ正義を執行する社軍その6やる気のない者は去れ研究者暮らしで
Oh shit, no. Shit! He's just moving all over the battlefield, attacking whoever the hell he wants.
真っ向勝負でいくぞアムロレイ最強の座は
Yeah, he's just gonna keep doing that for like the rest of the match. So disrupt. All right, where's my nonce at? Jeez, he's at 160 morale. You probably didn't notice. We did not deal much damage to him. He will fight unfairly because he can attack from a super long range, and he will choose targets that just can't hit him a lot. But also, I have a lot of daunts, and I'm not afraid to use them. Morale? I should do it. No, wait. It won't be enough. I need to do it more. Because he gets a lot of morale from fighting. Fighter spirit. Morale plus bonus. So he gets 1 extra morale for evading, taking damage, having ally defeated, yada yada yada. He just gets morale from a ton of things. So, yeah. By the way, I have Disrupt on him, which is supposed to half his accuracy. He still has a 100% chance to hit up most of my targets. Ah, fuck. Wrong button. Oh well, do this first. I wanted to see if he had something special to say to Domon. I guess not. Nicely done, Infinite Haven. You're doing better than I expected. You can take that smug attitude of yours and shove it. We're definitely damaging him. If we can take him out, all the unmanned units should shut down. You're about to learn just how impossible a task taking me down is. The damage is fixing itself? Is it DG cells? That's right. Self-repair functionality from integrating their technology. Damn, this guy's made a real monster. Where does it get all the energy to restore all that damage? You want to know? I'll tell you. A black Daigayan? It's called the Daigayan 2. AIM Press Fund? Impressive, eh? I see you're already right at home in the Daigayan's cockpit. Only because you tuned it to my exact preferences. AIM Press Fund, what are you doing joining forces with Daima Goldwyn? Here I thought he killed you, but I guess you bailed out, huh? Oh, I died. The old me is gone. The AIM Press Fund who tried to sell you out Gaia to the UND is dead. The man standing before you now is my friend, AIM Press Fund, who shares my vision for Gaia's future. Daima, AIM, the Daigayan 1 absolved you of your crimes. Now it's time to make your dream come true. The dream of humanity venturing out beyond the solar system. Will you help me? Sure, why not? I'm sure I can go overcome any hardship as long as I'm with you. Damn it, talk about a match made in hell! Their two flames are combining into one inferno that could engulf a whole galaxy! We can't allow that to happen. Who needs to swear allegiance to UND when we've got two Daigayans and the mobile fortress BTX on our side? Now you're talking, AIM. The power of our friendship will pave the way to the future. Ah, shut up. My analysis is done. The black Daigayan is supplying energy to facilitate the white Daigayan's repair capabilities. So President Goldwyn's gonna keep healing up indefinitely unless we take out AIM Press Fund? Exactly. The white one doesn't have an energy supplier, so start by focusing your attacks on the black one. Sorry to use you as a shield. No worries. It's my job. I'm your shadow, and that's good enough for me. AIM, Daima, let's do this! Between the two of us, we'll overcome the Infinite Haven and build a future for all mankind! I'm not here to indulge two old guys who want to play pretend heroes. All units, focus on the black Daigayan. Just assume that we won't do any meaningful damage to the white Daigayan until the black one is out of the picture. We'll just have to endure the white one's attacks until the black one is finished. I'm Daima's shadow. As long as Daima is still standing, I'll never lose. I'll be the sun that illuminates AIM and the future of the world. Bring it on, Infinite Haven. See what we can do when we work together. Defeat the Daigayan 2. They have 2. Double action, Supreme. He also has pressure because he's a motherfucker. He uses Awaken start a player phase when morale is 130 or higher. We should probably lower that. And he has the same attacks otherwise. Where's my dunce? God, that's expensive for you. Alright, well, his morale's lower enough. But yeah, I'm glad I have him surrounded right now, because if you let him move around too much, he's a pain in the ass. I need someone who can actually take a hit from him, so I want to show off what it looks like when he actually hits you. But this is why T is has one of my favorite endings, because you're fighting super robots who are with pilots that are very much super robot pilots. They just believe their sense of justice is better than yours. $137. He's back up to 137 morale? And he's back up to 170? Shit, okay. Dawn's useless. What the fuck, Gabe? Almost there. There, I have them both surrounded. Now they can't move around the entire flippin' map. So at least I've got that. All right. There we go. Hey, Pressbun, are you on board with what Diamond Goldwyn's trying to achieve? I sided with UND because I couldn't really bring myself to have faith in the strength of humanity. Not Diamond, though. I'm ready to sign on to his ideal of humanity as the fittest race to rule the galaxy. That doesn't make any sense! How could a guy who was so afraid of being attacked before suddenly turn around and go on the offensive? Go ahead and stop me and Daima, then. If you could do that, then nothing will stand between humanity and a venture into the universe. I can see you're serious about this, so I'll answer you in kind. I'll prove to you that humanity is fit to venture into the stars.
あなたが信じなかった地球人の力を見せてあげるから。特務参加のすべての力を一つにする。
クオーククラスターノバ承認します。
レックスとキャリアクスのジョイントを確認。ラミー、ドライブをお願い。クオークドライブ、出力全開。エネルギーチャージ完了。行きましょう、先輩。セーフティー解除。クラスターノバシュート。
新しい時代の扉を開ける。ジョイントアウトを確認。
見た？これが特務参加よ。
See you, Daddy. Make sure you catch up on the last bit of this on the VOD or whatnot when you have a chance, because shit's not done being wild. Oh, I had love active, so I had increased experience points. So now she's level 97. Aim! I'm happy I could make it this far. Daima, don't falter now. Even if you're on the wrong road, you've come this far. Keep running. Reach the end. The Daikaion 2 has been destroyed. That should shut down Daikaion's 1 repair functionality. Why? Why didn't you eject? How long has it been since I've lost a good friend on the battlefield? Look at me, waxing sentimental. Maybe I'm too old, or I've been off the field for too long. Maybe that's why it's so sad to me. Daima, what you're trying to accomplish would inflict the same sadness on all of humanity. Daima Goldwind, you always were a strong man, but everyone feels sad when they lose someone dear to them. Get that through your head! That sadness would far outweigh any happiness to come out of galactic unification. I'm causing more sadness than happiness. Do you mean I was wrong? Do you mean I wasn't a hero? That's exactly what we mean. What you're doing isn't even remotely close to justice. Dragging others to your own selfish ambitions just spreads more sadness in the world. Let me spell it out for you, Daima Goldwind. You're not a proud member of the VTX family, and you're not a hero paving the way for the future. You're an enemy to the whole world. An enemy to us. Jeez, he seems devastated. You all got through to him. That's what happens when someone spends their entire youth as a winner and grows used to being in a position of respect and admiration. I guess that old guy never lost anything before now, huh? People grow stronger by learning from failures and climbing back up. But this man's never experienced that for himself. And now that he's experiencing for the first time, he's reeling from it. Daima, you poor guy. Since you and Aim were both too old to start over. You tremble and shrink back from the weight of the crimes you've wrought, and you are not fit to guide the world. Shut up. Shut up! If I die now, the name's death will have been in vain. I'll keep running. I'll be Daima Goldwind until the day I die. Fine, old man, you're on. If you're ready to duke it out at the bitter end, I'll give you a fight. You young ingrates. That was the first time you burned with passion for your ideals, together with your friend. But now you've lost your way. You're no better than the evil you used to hate. Wrong! The path I choose is a just one. There's so many brands of justice as there are people in the world. If you believe what you have is just and see it through to the end, we'll fight against it for what we believe in. So be it, Infinite Haven. I'll fight you to the end. That's what Daima Goldwind does. It's time to end this, Daima Goldwind. You won't be the one who paves the way to the Earth's future. You're going to pay for your crimes and for misappropriating VTX accents. The last part had a little less impact, but I can respect the spirit. Battler Sho Zama, you got the power to save the world. You should use it in service of the Earth's future. Show its Drake all over again. Anyone who tries to rest the world into personal ambitions is an enemy to me. Wrong. I'm the one who will usher the world into a grand new future. The path you tread will eventually lead to your own doom. I won't let you drag anyone else down with you. Prepare yourself, Daima Goldwind. I'll show you what becomes of men who indulge in self-centered delusions of grandeur. President Wada Takeo, man up and share my dream. Shut up, I dream what I want to dream. You're not the boss of me. Now, children should listen to their elders. Hell, the president of some little mom and pop outfit has no place in all venturing opinions to Daima Goldwind. After all that talk about manning up, you're treating me like a kid. I'm a company president too, you know. Brace yourself, President Goldwind. The president of company you just insulted is gonna wipe the floor with you. Miss Noriko Takaya, Miss Kazumi Amano, and Mr. Koichiro Ota. You are the pride of the Earth. I hope you'll all join my Galactic Unification project for Gunbuster on board with you. The nerve of this man. The answer is no. Gunbuster is here to protect humanity. And by unifying the galaxy, we'll usher in a new golden age. That's humanity's dream. No, that's your self-centered delusion. That's called ambition, not a dream. As the guardian of Earth, what I want is the same as what the Earth and humanity want, you prissy girls. Daima Goldwind, you were a childhood hero to me. It saddens me deeply to see you fallen so far from grace, which is precisely why I will stop you myself, so that mankind can reach a new age. Mr. Tobia Aeronax, your youthful energy is exactly what I'm looking for. Anorax. Oh, he did mispronounce it. It's Tobia Aeronax. If you can't even bother to get that right, I'm not interested in everything you have to say. Everybody makes mistakes. You don't have to get all bent out of shape about it. You're so wrong, I don't even know where to begin. That's enough out of you, kiddo. You wouldn't want to make me angry. Too bad, because you already made me angry. Buckle up, Savior Complex. I'll never let humanity's future rest on your hands. Wow, he can one-shot the Eldars. Well, not one-shot, they're half. Nero, Jose, Dario, Carlos. Surely all of you would appreciate my dream. Have you gone senile, Daima? What is the justice in your dream? We know all your positive traits, and we also know all your negative ones. Namely, the fact you never listen to anything people say. I don't get it. Why are you rejecting me? Is our friendship over? We're stopping you because we're your friends. Come on, boys. Time to flare up with justice power. Brace yourself, Daima. You're in for a friendly fist of punishment. Just let the battleship pilots provide their aura. Mr. Spike Spiegel. The way I see it, it's a tragic waste of talent to be stuck as a cowboy. Thanks, I guess. Hey, wait a minute, what about the rest of us? I'll hire you all, of course. You can be soldiers for the Galactic Unification Project. So basically, you're not interested in us in the least. Great. Then again, I wasn't going to lose any sleep over one crook's opinion anyway. Pretty much. I never cared about some highfalutin corporate bigwig wannabe thought about me before, and I see no reason to start. Because you wouldn't know the real value if it slapped you in the face. You really have a way with words sometimes. If this is the last big showdown, you might as well get in a good zing or two. Hey, stop patting yourself on the back. What am I, chopped liver? That's exactly what you are, buddy. To us and the rest of the planet. Now step aside. You're in our way. Okay. Stop targeting literally everything else. Father? No, Daima Goldwyn? Are you still set on fighting? I'll be Daima Goldwyn until the day I die. I fight for my justice. You know, that would have sounded great if there was a real hero saying it. But coming from you is just the words of a criminal who doesn't know when to give up. You're just VTX employees. How dare you talk back to me? No, Daima. How dare you betray our trust? You're just a villain that's misappropriated our company's assets. But you used to be one of us, so we'll clean up the stain on our record. You call me a stain? Former President, I'll always be grateful to you for greenlighting Special Section 3. But VTX isn't your personal property. Neither Special Section 3 or the Earth or any of us. How can you talk like that? I'm Daima Goldwyn, damn it! And I'm Sagiri Sakurai. I'll claim happiness for myself, thank you very much. You could never hope to carry the burden of humanity's future, you uppity bimbo. How was it going to? The future is something every person can shoulder for themselves, with a little help from their buddies. Ma'am, we're ready. We'll put an end to this battle ourselves. Okay, team, let's get this job over with, and then go get some drinks. Get out of here, former president. You don't know when you're not wanted. Hey, Joe Bob. Yeah, we're at the very final battle, where Daima Goldwyn, supposedly thought dead, actually faked his death so he could form this. The Daigayan. And the battleship that we're on, the Grand Battleship VTX. You're Tokido, Section 1. Are you going to oppose me too? As you're well aware, Special Section 1 is a direct report of the President and company. And my orders are, newsflash, you're not the President anymore. You're just another villain. But for old time's sake, I'll provide you a demonstration of the fruit of Special Section 1's labor. The Gespenst. Alright. They're gonna fire at random units. Can't really do anything about that. Random people take damage. A bunch of the fake tornadoes spawn, and now we have to deal with all of them. Wow, Koji's got hurt. apparently they're picking terrible targets to hit me with, to attack with. So, well, let's keep killing them this way. Wow. Koji's sitting there like, I'm okay. I'm okay. And he crits with Rust Hurricane to kill somebody. Holy shit. Noriko's taking a beating too. It's so pointless to do so. I just let them attack my own units and kill themselves while I focus everybody firing on Daima. Nice job, Haman. Everybody wants a piece of Koji.
この光が星雲を貫か
There's his map attack. Oh! Whoa! That dealt more damage than I was expecting. Oh, there goes Spike. Oh, there goes the Magic Knights. Oops, there goes Angela. And there goes a bunch of his units. Take care of the rest for me. I mean, that helps. President Maito Senpuchi, I'd like you to leverage the whole Senpuchi concern to further my dream. There's a cushy posting for you to do. Diamond Goldwyn, in addition to being the president of Senpuchi concern, I'm also the commander of the Brave Express Corps. The Brave Express Corps will never condone evil. Say your prayers, Diamond Goldwyn. Oh, come off it. Do you think you have the right to declare me evil? Absolutely. After all, I fight so people can have liberty and peace. Someone who fights for liberty and peace. You mean... Yes, that's what heroes do. Come on, Diamond Goldwyn. I'll strike down your evil with the justice you've lost sight of.
旋風寺マイト君
Alrighty. Analyze. And where's my supporters? I don't have enough for that. Oh well. Come right aboard, Haman Karn. You can be my staff officer. I think not. Oh, right. You're more of a hands-on type, aren't you? I'm sure I can draft up a position that would be suitably accommodating for. The very idea that a nobody like you could ever order Haman Karn around is laughable on its face. For a woman, you sure don't want to turn up the charm. You're about to find out what happens when you cross me. If that's how it must be, then I will return the favor by enlightening you as well. You will find out what becomes of those who cross me. Your shore leave's been cancelled, Tetsuya Tsurugi. You're going with me on a tour of duty to unify the galaxy. You're calling all the battles we fought shore leave? You really know how to insult a guy, ex-president. I'm just calling it like it is. The real battle for you, me, and all of Earth is yet to come. And it's never gonna come. You're finished. You sound like you need a Daigayan to put a fear of God into you. You've gone from hero to spouting straight-up villain talk. I'm still on a temporary stint working for ETX, and I'll make sure to stop embarrassing both of them. You stop embarrassing both of them and the rest of the Earth. Let's cheat. Damn it! store ammo. Now we do this. Koji Kabuto, I'll make you my right-hand man. You know, it's a real shame, President Goldwyn. Damo the Invincible, they used to call you. Your legend always emboldened me when I was fighting against Dr. Hell. You talk like those days are over. I'm not leaving the stage anytime soon. In fact, the legend of the man who will beautify the galaxy is about to begin. I won't have it, Damo Goldwyn. You're an enemy to all of Earth. I'm putting a stop to you and your twisted ambitions. Amuro Ray, you will be essential to unifying the galaxy. I want no part in your ambitions. You better surrender now. It's not mad ambition. It's the endless dream of all mankind. Mankind can have a bright future without robbing others of its peace and happiness. You better watch your mouth, young'un. They called me the best of my day, and you don't stand a chance against me or my Daigayan. That conceit of yours would usher mankind down the path of its own doom. I'll fight you, Damo Goldwyn. Your time is past. Not enough. He only has 118 health. So yeah, we have to guarantee this. Mr. Kiriko Kuvi, you qualified to share my dream regardless of your Stygian origins. Ah, you're the strong silent type. I like that, no worry. And don't worry about a bit about your lady love. I'll take full responsibility for... Shut up. What? Don't you dare talk about Fiona. I don't answer to anyone. Not God, and certainly not you. Here we go.
これが本当の VTX 魂よ。今こそ全てを出し切る。
クォーククラスターノバ承認します。
ネックスの核管制受け取りました。ラビー、ドライブをお願い。クォークドライブ出力全開。まだほてってるけどね。
Level 98! It's all over. My dream. My life. Aim, I'm coming to see you soon. You can pray for Gaia's future together. I don't think so, Damo Goldwyn. You don't get to play the part of tragic hero. You better eject and pay your debt to society like a man. You would have me live on in shame? Running away isn't sporting at all. That's VTX Corporate Philosophy 7. You wrote the VTX Corporate Philosophies. They've helped support me more than once. Father, please don't do even more to make me hate the man who saved me. Fine. I surrender. Infinite Haven, I lose. The Daigayan has exploded, and all remaining machines in the fortress have ceased functioning. Damo Goldwyn is ejected and signals his wish to surrender. It's over. I'm honestly surprised they held out long enough to see this. Humanity is unified after the battles they've overcome. They'll move on to a new age. We have finally kissed that boring Twilight Age goodbye. We can say hello to a new Golden Age. Well done, Raimi. You've worked hard. It's all thanks to you, ma'am. I guess that wraps up Project TND for the time being. That means we can finally spend all our accrued overtime holidays, right? Warriors are allowed to take momentary leave periods. Us salarymen should make the most of our accrued vacation hours and overtime days. Yes, ma'am. After all, after that will mark the start of a new job for us.
"こうして黎明戦争と呼ばれる戦いは終結した。人類の未来を守った彼らはそれぞれの道を歩き出す。
VTX Union Test Facility number 1. Mr. Crafaria, the newly appointed president of VTX Union, has released a statement in which he denied any association with the plans of Diamond Goldwing, previous president and mastermind behind the Daigayan incident 2 weeks ago. And he emphasized VTX Union's continued role in ushering in a new era. Well, yeah, of course nobody would come out and admit they were connected to the guy behind that cockamamie scheme. It's still not clear what the new president's relationship with former President Goldwyn is, huh? Sweeping unpleasantness under the rug is something new. Sure, companies in the world both operate that way. If we let it corrupt us, we'd be right back in the Twilight Age again. And I say we work. We keep pushing our new era forward as people who live honest lives. Certainly can't let them outdo us. Hey! Hiya! Takayo General Company calling! Sir, you must be more polite in a real business environment. Ah, President Wada, making the rounds in person, are we? Now that the war is over for good, our contract with 3G is under review, so I gotta drum up some new business. Thanks to our endeavors at the war, our company has finally been provided with the bonus we've sought after so long. We all earned it together. Now I want us to earn a bonus every month. That would be wonderful. You know just how to set up motivating milestones, sir. Absolutely. Motivate me to step up my stack making, too. Keep daydreaming, and the Senpuji concern will leave you eating our dust. Why isn't President Senpuji? Welcome, this is a pleasant surprise. Are you here to drum up business too, Mido? He's dressed in his hero style. Actually, I'm here to visit with someone in Special Section 3 today. And I'm here to say hello on behalf of the Brave Express Corps. You sure you got time to sit back and socialize? KO General Company's gonna catch up with you in no time. I wouldn't say that. Hate to break it to you, but Senpuji Concerns already raised the bar. Meaning what exactly? Senpuji Concerns ready to implement our Solar System Railway project, serve as a foothold for advancing into the rest of space. Solar System Railway project? It won't involve physical track laying, mind you. It'll be a stable and efficient transit network that utilizes boson jumps. Oh wow, where'd you find the time to come up with that? We've had the concept kicking around for a while now. We kept running into hurdles. Now the Earth and the colonies are fully reconciled. We decided the best time to put the plan into action. Brave Express Corps will be heading into space to assist with the building of the network. Alana and the rest of our support staff are already en route to Jupiter to set things up. Say, any word on Joe? He ditched again. No surprises there. He didn't promise to come back if we ever needed him for anything. Some things never change, huh? The world is changing. We're transitioning to a new era. And we'll be the youthful energy to build the new golden age. On that note, may I ask where the members of Special Section 3 are? You just missed them, actually. They've set up for Mars. They're no less excited than you boys, really. They've already got started on a new project. Sounds like a challenge to me. Mars, though? I wonder if they'll be back in time for the send-off. The man-made island that took to the air in the ruins of Bay Tower Base has been taken over by the Earth Federation and have moved it over to the Pacific. In other news, the Earth Federation Assembly remains in chaos following the dissolution of the Dawn Assembly, but normal deliberations will be resuming tomorrow. Their most pressing business will be the reconciliation with the space colonies. Representatives from the colonies will be permitted to take part in the proceedings. Another measure in the works is the one to hold the 14th Gundam fight. This one is almost assured to pass overwhelmingly. Sweet! I get to fight again! That's great news, Allenby. Congrats! Well, no time for idling now. Will you help me train, Priscilla? Absolutely. I'm ready to get back into armor battles, too. I see why you started training on Mars now, Domon. You were expecting this, huh? The Gundam fight rekindled fighting spirit in the hearts of the people who've forgotten it. We owe it to those people, most of all to ourselves, to give an awe-inspiring fight. We're only gonna have another 2 years of change until the next Gundam fight, thanks to the commotion going on. Okay, then it's time to start some serious special training. But that will have to come after we've done resolving our previous fight. Agreed. That'll be the gong to mark the start of our new fight. We won't be outdone by the young whippersnappers, that's for sure. We better get into some honor battles to make sure we don't go rusty. You guys? Glad to be here, Priscilla. I'll be looking forward to the dream match between master and student. There's a date with us in it for you if you win. No offense, but pass. I guess the Eldora team won't be retiring anytime soon. For every spry old man who's willing to show up uninvited, there's also young folks who need ready to step down early. Talking about Ray, huh? Whatever happened to that guy? From what Joshua said in his letters, he decided to settle down and live a quiet life while honoring his late wife. For his part, Joshua's going to stay with Ray for a while to take his time figuring out what he wants to do with his life. That's great for the people who set out with a real sense of purpose. The real problem are the guys who like the octopi drifting aimlessly around. So, Wendy, any word from Van? No, nothing. Can't believe Van went off alone without ever giving an answer. Well, I was ready to share my feelings with him myself. Wait, really? You got a thing for Van too, Carmen? Would it throw you for a loop if I said yes? Oh, that was a joke. Jeez, don't scare me like that. Let's just say that's what it was. Are you okay with Van just up and leaving without a word, Wendy? I'm not, really. But I have faith I'll see him again. After all, Van's a hero. He saved the world and he rescued me. You better do some growing of your own in the meantime, Wendy. Any idea where Spike is? No word from either. That guy, I swear. What the hell is he drifting on? Where the hell is he drifting around? Don't be too hard on him, Jet. I understand that him slipping out the door without a word isn't exactly a common occurrence. Yeah, but this time I'm getting a really bad feeling about it. The world's at peace. I guess not every conflict is over. I've been hearing there's some serious infighting going on with the Mafia in Hong Kong. There's some big place changing at the top of the Red Dragon Mafia. And then the buzz says somebody went in guns blazing. Wait, Red Dragon? The syndicate hooking up the claw with the Earthby flowers, huh? Oh no. It's fine. You call that fine? Do you think he'd die? Yes! Because that's what happens! He dies! Yeah, I guess not. I'm sure he'll be waltzing back through the doors any day now. Could even be tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, he'll miss the boat! Okay, you Martian muttonheads. Everybody here? Thanks for waiting, everybody. It's time for the Nesco send-off flight. First we ascend, then we're off. As acting captain, I'll be responsible for building you all to Earth. Where's Captain Ruri? She and her tactical advisor set out to Earth ahead of us to make part in the military council meeting. She's probably kicked them back in Japan, too. Then, once we get to Earth, how about we get some of that guy's ramen? Oh yeah, we got word from Raimi recently. She says they're all on Mars, too. Even the workaholics, I see. As you all surmise, they're hard at work on a new assignment. But they'll be back on Earth in time for the send-off, without any overtime involved. Boss Ramen. Regarding the energy concerns that have been on the minds of many, Chief Yumi of the new Photon Power Laboratory has announced that they expect to address the energy issues by setting photon energy plant's ratio to 120% of normal levels. Nuke, Lucha, turn off the TV! Will do, boss. Time for the moment of truth, huh? This is the best I can manage. Give it a try. Okay then. Here goes nothing. How is it? Still needs some work. The flavor's still a touch off. Hold on, Inez. Where's your manners? You don't have something nice to say. It's fine, Yurika. I asked her to come because I wanted her to give me some straight criticism. I'm with Inez on this one. You haven't quite reached the ramen you want to make yet, but your flavor has definitely improved over the past week. You mean to keep going on doing ramen rehab training under boss's guidance? You should be able to make ramen that you used to make in under a year. Thanks, Ray. You've given me some hope. No, you've earned your own hope. I heard that what you've been doing training with 3G to regain your sense of taste. Guys taught me that you should never give up on your dreams, no matter what happens to your body. In fact, it's been more than Guy. Van, Yuriko, Captain, they've all helped me in their own way. So have you two, Ruri, Yurika. And I'll keep helping you, Akito. I'll work hard and get us enough money for you to open a restaurant. Thanks, Yurika. All we need is a little stand, really. We can use that to get a fresh start together. Absolutely. And when you're ready to take that plunge, I won't let anybody talk me out of quitting the military. Do you think I could help too? Sure, Ruri. How about you being Barker? Running a ramen stand as a husband and wife. There's a man's dream. Sorry, boss. Guess we're the best you got. Don't put yourselves down. We've got our dreams of our own to follow. How's Akito doing? He's well on his way to a happy ending with his three-legged couples race. Here, how are June, Tessie, and Junior doing? You paid them a visit yet, right? The mother and son are both healthy and fine. Thanks for asking. I've got to drive that dad nuts. It's got to drive that dad nuts not to do much during childbirth, huh? Yeah, the best you can do is pray and fidget. It was pretty nuts seeing Tetsuya Tsurugi all nervous and fretting, not gonna lie. Just remember, Tetsuya's one step ahead of the rest of us in life. Yeah, we'll be coming to him for advice when we're going through the same stuff. Wow, guys. You sure that's a when and not an if? Shut your trap! Hey, come on, Ryoma. This is a ramen restaurant, not a battlefield. Says you, Shiro. This is a battlefield where I fight for my life. Fine, let's see what your fight's about, boss. Give me a large char siu ramen. coming right up. Today's a special occasion, so everything's on the house. You're the man, young ramen king even. If you're offering, I'll take 5 bowls. I'll take every topping you got. There's nothing quite like peacetime. You said it. But peaceful doesn't mean idle. We just announced to the world we're up in the photon power energy plant's operating ratio. We're gonna stay busy. I hear that. Photon power energy will be integral to restoring damaged cities and paving the way to a new era. We've also got our other major project, utilize discoveries we made from Infinity. Koji Kabuto, the soldier, has earned his rest. But Koji Kabuto, the researcher, is barely taken in the field in this battle. Shouldn't you be doing something else first? The war's over and all. Yeah, I know, Sayaka. I'm sorry I kept you waiting all this time. Hope that you and I can... Whoa, hold up! I was talking about the send-off, not that! Uh-oh. Right, the send-off! Yeah, of course, can't forget that! Master, it's nice you finally decided to take action. Really think about the company you're in. I disagree, Lisa. Those two have driven us nuts for 10 damn years. If anybody's got a right to see how it plays out in the end, it's us. What's wrong with you people? Sayaka, I think you better make sure to invite them all to the wedding. Wait, wedding? Wait, that can wait for later, though. For now, let's get some, we've got some folks to see off. So this is Tokyo Tower. Never thought it'd still be around 700 years in the future. This is where Hikaru Umi Fu got summoned to Sephiroth, right? Yep, Tokyo Tower is where our adventure began. And it's where we met. I still remember the day we met the Infinite Haven members on this deck. That's why I wanted us to come here together before you all went back to Sephiroth, Lantis. I see. It's a lovely view. I can even see G Island City from here, the setting where our final battle took place. They moved the mobile fortress out of there and started rebuilding now, huh? We'll have plenty of work to do for AutoZam ourselves once we get back. Master Mage Clef will be providing us with assistance. I have no intention of ever invading another country again. Good. There's no more place for war in the world. Now Bison Well can enjoy true peace as well. Sho, your group going to Bison Well too, right? I'd use a different phrase for it. Maybe returning would be better. Our souls should have been sent to Bison Well when Queen Ciela conducted our purification. Wait, does that mean you're gonna die when we travel to the Aura Road? Who knows? Am I the only one who has a problem with this? Our lives were forfeit from the start. Now that we've done what we had to do, I'm content letting the dice fall where they may. I'm with Sho on that one. Yeah, I guess gnawing my fingernails about it won't change anything. We've agreed to return to Bison Well together. Whatever form that return takes, I'll deal. There you go. May my soul become one with yours, Shion. No thanks, I prefer being my own guy. When you put it that way, so do I. I have faith that I'll see you again in Bison Well, one way or another, though. Same here, Silky. And Shot was also freed from his punishment when he and Debonair were destroyed together. I'm sure that one day Silky will be reborn as Eighth Ferrario again, too. Lantis, here's some letters from Clef and the others in Sephiroth Castle. You wrote them letters? It's a modest expression of our feelings. I'd be most grateful if you could deliver them. Then deliver them I shall. Are you sure you don't want to go with Lantis to Sephiroth? I'd love nothing more. We're Magic Knights. We're there to save Sephiroth when it's in peril. So it wouldn't do for us to stay in Sephiroth when it's at peace. Hikaru. So I'll just... Aw, thanks, Bakona, you're right. This isn't goodbye forever. That's right, Hikaru, chin up. Primera? It makes me and Lantis both sad to see you fret. Thanks, Primera, I appreciate that. Don't worry, I'll see everybody off with a smile. After all, the fact that everybody can go home again is proof the world's at peace. On behalf of the entire team, I'd like to thank Eagle and the entire crew of the NSX. Harlock has expressed his regrets that he could not make it here today, as have many others in his similar position. It was an honor to work with you, Captain Bright. I'm proud to have fought as a member of the Infinite Haven. Bison Well Battlers, Lantis, thank you all for everything. It was an honor to be here. I'll be praying for Bison Well for the Upper Earth's future, to be the world brimming with hope. Shion, don't you have anything to say? I see some things ever change, Shion. At least give a cool parting shot, jeez. Shut up and keep quiet. Thanks. Glad I met you guys. So are we. Thank you, Battler Shion. Never forget your courage, Shion. Hikaru, are you certain you want to let Lantis go? Yeah. It's not goodbye forever, right? Besides, it's my wish to Clef's magic together that will open the door to Sephiroth and Bison Well. If my feelings waver, Lantis and the others won't be able to make it back home. Hikaru, take care of yourself, okay, Lantis? I'll see you around sometime, one of these days. I'll pray for that day to come soon. Magic Knights. Rayearth! Our gratitude to you knows no bounds. Celeste, we pray that your futures will be bright and vibrant. Wyndham, thank you, Rune Gods. I'm glad you fought together with us. We'll never forget any of the people that we met in this fight. It's Special Section 3's Carry Axe! Looks like they're just in the nick of time. We owe a great deal to the Otherworld teammates. We won't miss your send-off for the world. Eagle, Makoto says that it's time. All right, Hikaru, take it away. Right. Let the road joining this world and Sephiroth be open! I can sense Sephiroth on the other side. And Byston well. This is a big moment. All hands, salute the warriors who joined us from other worlds. Let us be off then. Take care, guys. This world's in your hands. May future smile upon you all, warriors. Lantis, Hikaru, I'm glad to have known you. So my Lantis. And they're gone, just like that. Yes, ma'am. But the send-off's not over just yet. We're going to launch into space as soon as everything's ready. Now all the people from other worlds are gone for good. We've been with them ever since we got Wisp of Sephiroth. It's just not the same without them. It's not goodbye then. Just beginning of something new. And it's our turn to use our strength to build a new golden age. I see Judo's in high spirits. Of course he is. I mean, see Exhibit A. And there you have it, Lena. I'm leaving the solar system. Don't worry about me. I've always figured you'd set out in wider world one day. I'm still floored that Lena was alive this whole time. Sorry, what? And then it was an old acquaintance of Bright's that took her in and kept her safe until the war was over. But seriously, it could have told us she was alive at least. I felt that way at first, but in hindsight, it was probably for the best. I hit rock bottom once when I thought Lena was gone. It helped me find purpose in my fight. Oh, Judo. I'm sure whoever it took you in, someone with an appreciation of how big a brother and little sister could relate to one another. You're right about that. It was a wonderful person. Wouldn't want to disappoint that person either. There's just another reason I want to go out into deep space to see the wider world around us. Ready when you are, Judo. There'll be a new fight for us. You gotta count us in too. The war's over. After all the time we spent living in battle, we have right to choose the future of ourselves. Well, someone's got to babysit the place. Looks like I'll have to go with you two. You can leave the junk business to us. We formed a business partnership with VTX's Special Section 3. We got a bright and shiny future ahead of us. Maybe we could even be a second universe's Hand-Man group. Why stop there? Time to bump Anaheim and Nurgle down to second and third place. Just make sure to come home eventually, brother. I will. I promise. So do I, Fa. I know that my real home is wherever you are. Thanks, Camille. I'll be waiting for that homecoming. Are you going with them, Kincaid? Try again, Tobia. Oh, right. Seabrook and Cicely now. This is the moment you've both been waiting for, huh? Thank you, Bernadette. This is why I'm making this last day I wear this outfit. I was proud to have fought as Kincaid now, even if it wasn't for that long. Seabrook, now it's my turn to follow you. If you want to see the ends of the universe, then I'll go with you. And why don't we take our time figuring out what comes next? I'd like to walk in the mountains, to stop to smell the roses, and to hold the woman I love in my arms. We can think about the future after that. I'm with you on that. What'll you do, Tobia? Captain invited you to join up with the Arcadia, right? It is tempting, but I think I want to be a solo pilot for a while. Bernadette and I will carry on the Space Pirates Crossbone Vanguard, and I'll be their chaperone. Okay, Tobia, it's all yours. Thank you, sir. I'll put my own spin on everything I've learned from Kincaid now. I'm sure we'll see each other again. When we do, I hope that you'll have some of my bread. Can't wait to try it, Seabrook. It's good to be young. Are you setting out too, Amuro? It's my job to mind things until we open the door to the new era. I'll find something appropriate to do here in the solar system. Lala, this is a place I've come home to that I've finally reached. Amuro, and I'll start by being a proper dad. Char and Amon both left in search of something new. Took Yunai and Mashmir with them. As he is now, Char probably hesitant to accept quests with all of her Colleen and Amon both. Char, hope that one day you and I can talk about humanity's future together. Orbit base. Hey, I'm back. So's the rest of the Infinite Haven. Welcome back, Commander. Sure wish we could have gone to the world of send-off. I feel bad that Guy, Makoto, and I went without the rest of you. That's simply how it played out. We had preparations to make for another send-off. We caught the live feed, though. We wouldn't want to miss special friends sending out on an important journey. And now we must see off another band of brave heroes on their journey. I don't see why they're so insistent about it. They could just live on Earth. Disrespect Jay's choice and the others. By the way, Commander, how's your physical condition? You know, it's strange. Ever since I saved Makoto from the new machine species, I've had a feeling I can't quite explain. It's like something inside me is changing. I just feel just the same. It's like there's something completely different from the new machine species within me now. So you're both changing. Some things will never change, though, like your bravery and love for Makoto, right? Well, shucks, you stole my thunder. Oh, Guy. On the same page as you, though, Guy. No matter how it turns out, no matter what happens to me, I'll never stop loving you. Commander, received word from tomorrow that J-Arc is prepping for departure. This leaves Arcadia's preparations. I hereby transfer command of the hostile extraterrestrial life task force to Commander Koichiro Ota. I'm honored to accept. Arcadia, new Commander Oda. The new HQ built at the outer rim of the solar system will be our lighthouse, reaching beyond it. I couldn't guess how much longer the flame of my life would keep burning, but I vow to keep carrying on my duty until I breathe my last. Please allow me to assist you in that, Coach. Thanks, Amano. I think I'll take you up on that. Seeing Coach and Kazumi constantly together feels so natural now. Don't just stand there slack-jawed, Noriko. If Kazumi's taking up work as Coach's assistant, Gunbuster's gonna be a one-seater. I'm fine with that. Kazumi's partner's Coach now, not me. Thank you, Noriko. Takaya, you and Amano's Inferno has protected all of humanity. We couldn't have done it without your guidance, Coach. Not so. All I did was light the way for you. It was your hard work and guts that carried you down the path. No, sir. I was able to fight because you were there. And not just you. Kazumi, Young, and the entire Infinite Haven helped me going. You know, just how to flatter a girl. It's the same for me, Noriko. Your presence kept me going. We'll keep going onward, too. Together. It'll be our job to protect people living in a new golden age. But first, it's our duty to see off those who would be leading the effort. The Arcadia should be ready for departure any time now, yes. Once we see them off, the Infinite Haven in our war will truly come to an end. Liana, how are you holding up? No problems at all. I'm feeling great, almost like I've been reborn. And all thanks to Rain's treatment, huh? I sure wasn't expecting her to try the same approach that brought the undefeated East guy back from the dead. Isn't that supposed to require some stupidly strong will or something? It was a gamble. But I wasn't afraid in the least. My wish to live with Kiriko gave me the will to triumph over anything. Fiona. You know, Kiriko, you and Fiona could have just stayed in the Earth solar system. I'd hate to leave you guys, but it would have been a lot more peaceful there. Once we make it back to the strangest galaxy, we might get caught up in a war again. Wherever I go, war will always be hot in my heels. You think there'll be another war there here in this solar system? No. I think living is a war in and of itself. So I want to find a new life in the strangest. The place where Fiona and I met. Gotho, Vanilla, Kakona, thank you. I appreciate all of your concern. But I agree with Kiriko on this. Okay, fine. That's how it's going to be. You'll have my full support. Hey, boss, don't hug all the spotlight. Yeah, we'll do our part for Kiriko and Fiona, too. Thank you all so much. Thanks. I'll be counting on that. By the way, would you mind taking me in, too? Oh, yeah, I guess you don't have anywhere to be, huh, Angela? Angela's not the only one. Now that I'm effectively an AWOL agent, my job as a field agent is pretty much kaput. But couldn't you just live in the Earth solar system? Yeah, you guys have taken Earth's culture like a couple of ducks to water. Unlike us. You know, I considered it. But this place is filled with things that I want and things I like. In that sense, it's no different from Diva. I decided to find a place to live for myself, and I want to live on my own merits in the strangest galaxy, with none of those luxuries. And I'm gonna be your guy. I don't get the logic at all, but if that's your choice, then more power to you. And I still have one last thing left to do in Astragius anyway. What's that? Seeing off Frontier Setter. I intend to restart my original mission, to discover and reclaim a new frontier for mankind. Sorry, Frontier Setter. I know I could digitalize my personality again and join you on your voyage, but I still barely know anything about the world that I live in now, so, you'll certainly be missed. However, your choice to live in Astragius represents a success story of the Frontier Setter project. Thanks, Frontier Setter. What are you talking about? I don't know. You tell me. Good luck out there, Frontier Setter. You'll have the critical job of conveying mankind's memories to distant reaches of the stars. The way you're setting out, filled with hope, is extremely human, just so you know. Whoever you run into on your voyage, tell them you're a proud member of humanity. Yes, sir. I'll share your two remarks and war stories from the Infinite Haven, far and wide. Don't worry, Angela and Dingo will be in good hands with me. Thanks a bunch, Gotho. Let's head back then. The place where we'll be living. Arcadia. Captain, Chief Engineer Doskoi has just sent word that we're ready for departure. I see. Seriously, though, the Arcadia's main computer is something else, huh? Of course it is. It's one of my masterpieces, just like the Arcadia itself. I'll be returning my post now. Emeraldus, Torchero, take your time. That little rascal! Trying to pull a fast one on me? He's got spirit. Why don't we take him up on his generosity? Sorry, Emeraldus. I've actually got some pressing business to discuss with Harlock. Alright, Torchero. I'll see you again. Right. That's a promise. We will see each other again. Sorry, Emeraldus. Is that how you want it to be? Yeah. And I have nothing to add. All the preparations are complete for our voyage to the Sea of Stars, and for my future. I have Angela to thank, Soon the Arcadia's main computer will be my coffin. Not a coffin, though. You're right, it won't be a coffin. It'll be more like my new quarters. They'll be with the Arcadia forever. That's right, Totoro. Your voyage in the Arcadias will continue for as long as I'm alive. Now we'll take the first step in that voyage. So yeah, they're gonna digitize him and put him inside the main computer. To Totoro, Harlock, and all the Arcadia's crew, pray the light shines upon your voyage. Emeraldas could have stuck around for the final send-off. She's not saying goodbye forever. Emeralda's left because she believes we'll meet again. Wow, Totoro, you know her so well. You were setting me up, you little scamp. Aren't you worried at all, Tadashi? Nope, not a bit. I'm excited, really. An ultra-long-range jump through a wormhole to the strangest galaxy. The first step to humanity's new golden age. This is the fruits of humanity pulling its wisdom to analyze the ancient solar system civilization ruins. It'll work, guaranteed. And one day, mankind will advance to the greater universe themselves, without relying on ancient ruins. I consider it an honor to be present at the start of this voyage. Are you really leaving, Kaido? Z-Master's destroyed, but it's possible that new Zonders like the new machine species are still being born. Arma and I will set on a journey to investigate that possibility. I know it goes without saying for you, but I'm gonna say it anyway, Jay. Be careful out there, okay? Who do you think you're talking to? Okay, how about this instead? Till we meet again, brave man! Much better. Perhaps when we do, we can finally finish our fight. Kaido, I hope we'll meet again. Same. Thank you, Amani, my Earth friend. You take care out there too, Master. Don't worry, the Ultimate Gundam will be my traveling companion. Your idea of using the Ultimate Gundam to restore planets subjected to machine sublimation is, well, you're going way too big. Now that I'm supreme, undefeated in the East, the solar system is too small a place for me. Going to fight to restore nature across the whole universe, huh? And when people gather before me with gratitude, I'll reveal my true identity as an alien and set out for the next planet. The thrill of it makes my heart soar. Master, I look forward to the day when we can meet again. Stay in good health, though. I have nothing more to teach you. It's time to go. Take care of yourself, Kiriko. Same to the rest of you guys. I'll never forget any of you. Angela, eat lots of good food. Thanks, Akito. I'll never forget your ramen, okay? We'll drop by your neck of the woods one of these days. I'll be happy to be a tour guide when you do. Give you a fair price on a tour. Is that seriously your parting shot, old guy? Captain Harlock, wish you bon voyage. Even if I never make it back, I'll have no regrets. After all, I know there are people here protecting the Earth I hold so dear. Let's be off then. Time for our new voyage. The wormhole is fully formed. J-Arc, set out. We're going in with the Arcadia. Ultimate Gundam, follow the J-Arc. Arcadia, take off. The wormhole entrance has disappeared from all sensors. I guess they're all gone. They represent humanity's voyage into a new age. And that's where Special Section 3's new job begins. Our new job, huh? I'm ready to give 110% to. Is that a little shameless, Rudy? I beg to differ. Hiragi and I have both gotten formal placements in Special Section 3. But seriously, settling down on Earth wasn't enough for you? You had to sign on with VTX Union 2. There's Shameless and there's you. I knew that going in, of course. I'm grateful you guys took me in after Special Section 1 got dissolved as one of former President Goldman's pet projects. Neither one of you needs to stand on the ceremony as far as I'm concerned. Having Saizo as guest fence, as well as Rudy's familiarity with outer space, will be a great start for Special Section 3's new job. About that, Chief, isn't it way past time you told us what the new job is? Now that the Federation has put their plans in the mainline unit in the back burner, Special Section 3 will be embarking upon a new job, which is TBD. What? Then why the business trip to Mars? Oh, that was so we could have a nice get-together with our new faces. So, a corporate retreat, basically. That's a fine and deeply rooted tradition, but still, it's quite the curveball. I get all excited about being hired, only to find we got nothing to do. Come now, Rudy, you're not a rookie. So don't go talking like one. In fact, Raimi, you're not a rookie either. What's the best thing to do at a time like this? I've learned from you that when you have no work to do, you go out and find some. Very good, I see my teachings have borne fruit. So, time for an all-hands emergency meeting. The agenda is finding a new job for Special Section 3. Has some solid snap leadership, so you're filling out management shoes nicely now. Well, I don't exactly want to make it most important, make it some super stuffy formal affair. Understood, ma'am? Want me to put out some tea? I'll take some of the shortbread left over from the souvenir snacks we bought over the Austrasians. There's cake that I bought on Mars that's close to reaching a sell-by date. I'll set it out with the rest. You see, Tokito? Rudy? That's Special Section 3. This is what I lost to. What teamwork like this that might be possible, especially in 3 to stand on top of VTX. If we do, then our Special Chief can get promoted to director, then up to board member, and at last he makes it a company president. Pass. I'm not executive material. Special Section 3 really did come to dominate VTX. I think you'd be fit to be president, Miss Sakurai. Who, me? That sounds just lovely. Her as the VTX unit president, huh? That'd be one hell of a motivator for all of our female employees. Is she talking about the glass ceiling? Or does she mean something else entirely? Whoa, slow down! I could never pull off a job half that important. It wouldn't be anything immediate, of course. But I think a little long-term ambition could be healthy for you. My long-term plan was to marry out of the workforce at age 26. Well, that ship has already sailed, so you'd better buckle down for the long haul, ma'am. But I mean, as much as I love getting a fat salary and bonuses, giving them out? I don't know about that. Don't count your chickens before they've hatched. Let's focus on Special Section 3's continued survival before worrying about the hypotheticals. Agreed. Let's have a little brainstorming session to float ideas for new work for us. I'm not too worried. With a roster this solid, Special Section 3's got a bright future in store. As long as I'm with our boss, I know we can overcome any hardship. After all, my heart is one with hers. They're all thinking the same thing I am, aren't they? With that settled, I hope everybody's ready to get down on some business. One moment, Sakurai. I joined up with Special Section 3 to learn how to do things Sakurai style, so how about we discuss that first? Wait, what's Sakurai style? Keeping work affairs at work and private affairs private. Achieving fulfillment both on and off the clock. Considering Sakurai missed out her dream of retiring in the workforce at 26, don't you think that she's the wrong person to ask? Wow, Sakurai! Rude! Ma'am, you don't mind me asking, are you seeing anyone at the moment? Wait, what? Well, you know, if there's any chance of you retiring from the workforce, I'd like to know in advance as your subordinate. I hate to burst your bubble, but I'm currently on the market. We better send a memo to all the female VTX employees then. Yeah, I'm sure they'd be glad to know it. Geez, is my misfortune really something for people to celebrate? I examine my own daily conduct before complaining if I were you. Okay, next question. Which one of these would be best to describe your long-term plans? 1. Don't bother with any romantic partners. 2. Get a boyfriend. 3. Get a girlfriend. That's a really weird line of questioning. We're entering an age of outer space exploration, ma'am. Meeting all kinds of different civilizations. We don't let ourselves be tied down by conventions. So let's hear it, ma'am. Pick one. This is one of my favorite parts of this fucking game! This is my hope that they've learned their lessons and they're gonna be doing a lot better. This is what I have been waiting for since V and its queer baiting. You literally get to end this game by choosing your character's sexuality. Of course we're gay! I think I gotta go with 3. Really? All I mean is that I like to keep an open mind. I wouldn't want to let myself be tied down with conventions. Well, I think that's a good thing. Maybe I should take a page from your book. Yeah, it's important to adhere to your boss's standards. Wow, you girls are positively beaming. I think you may have committed yourself to something you can't take back. With that matter resolved, why don't we draw this little break time to a close? Chief's right. Time to work, team. Ma'am, I'm gonna apply to be your off-the-clock partner too, okay? I better start by making myself as useful to her as I can. Both on and off the clock. Guess better start brushing up on the clock. All right, Miss Sakurai, let's hear some words from you to sum up our new direction. But maybe a tad bit conceited then. Let's earn our keep, boys and girls. And a boatload of bonuses while we're at it. Yes, ma'am. I'll be glad to, ma'am. That right there is, like, I know it's a small thing. I know it's compared to other game series and whatnot. It's practically nothing. But it still makes me... But this is a series that I love so much. And I've gotten into years ago because of other streamers who did, like, import gaming. And to see the series I love so much finally do something like that makes me so happy. My little by heart grew 3 sizes seeing that. So, it makes me real happy. I don't know for certain if they do that if you play a Saizo, but I have a save file on my Switch with Saizo as the main character that's like 2 missions away from the end. I could find out pretty quick. So, as far as this game goes, like, I said it wasn't necessarily my favorite plot of the 3. I do like the villains, but I don't like the main mech. because it's the salary man. That's what it's meant to look like. It's a dude in a suit with like weird pants, with like weird business pants. And you probably could tell from all the nonsense I kept saying throughout this game how anti-corporate I am. So, being good members of your corporation and being a good salaryman isn't really a thing I consider high value. So whenever they keep preaching about that kind of stuff, it loses. But as you can tell from how much I expressed how much I love Sagiri as a main character, I can separate that part of the stupid plot and stupid lines they do with the way the characters actually interact. And with the way the characters actually interact, and they're showing these are messy people. Each and every single one of them, they thought they were being brought in Special Section 3 because they were considered unemployable otherwise, and this was their last chance. That's what they believed. That's not how it turned out, and it turns out that people had more faith in them than they thought. But they all saw their own errors and downsides magnified in their own head, and they really weren't opening themselves up for being happy. And then as Sagiri led the charge, and she's like, okay, yeah, I'm probably the messiest one out of all of you. I don't care. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna be amazing. And I'm gonna make sure I bring up everybody around me while I do it. Like every single time one of the ladies expressed some sort of doubt about themselves, she was immediately like, nope, not gonna hear it. You come with up, I'm going up, and you're going with me. She lifts other people up. And that's why Sagiri as a character is great, and why I like her so much. Saizo does not get that aspect. Saizo as a main character he's cardboard. He is a tool. I hate him because it emphasizes all the parts about the plot I hate. The part where you're like, be a good soldier in your corporation, yada yada, and it's just like, why though? So I am 100% behind Sagiri as the main character in this game. I love Reimi. Reimi's great. She has a lot of doubts about herself. She has a lot of worries. She's got a lot on her plate. She is one of the last survivors of a alien race that no longer exists. And she still decides to protect the planet that adopted her. And does so partially, well, mostly because of the way she was raised and how much she came to love the planet. But later it became such an integral part of her character, but also because of the people around her. And then when it turns out one of her adopted fathers turns out to be a major asshole, immediately she's like, stop ruining the memory I had of you. I'm gonna end you. So we make sure that doesn't happen. And the last minute twist that we only get to see, Daigayan is not. I'm sorry, no, it is. Daigayan is in the other route, but it plays out differently. I don't think it has any of the tornadoes, the copies, and I don't think the plot plays out the same. But yeah, this is a great game, and it really shows the quality of life changes, the mechanical changes, and everything else that they've built up over the years. This is their latest game before SRW 30. Now, we still have the expansion, which, by the way, what the fuck? There's an expansion in this game. And like I've been saying, that is 16 scenarios? 14 scenarios, sorry. That's 14 scenarios. I'm going into that mostly blind. I've seen a mostly non-spoilery, guide, the same one I've been using for everything else, to tell me what TAC point bonuses to get and SR points to get. But that's still gonna be mostly blind. Now, that's not starting on Wednesday, because as I've been saying before over and over, I'm busy Wednesday. I'm getting a new cat, and I'm gonna be spending Wednesday and Thursday socializing with the cat. So next stream is not until Saturday. It's gonna be a while. Bigger break than we normally take. but I have had so much fun playing this game. I'm sure the expansion's gonna be great, and I'm looking forward to it. And the war is over. It's very important that you save your slot, especially if you're going to be going to the expansion, because you do get to use this save point. So with all of that said and done, with me giving my thoughts, and you all being here to watch with me, thank you very much for watching. I hope you had a blast, because I sure as hell did. I need to get to bed. I have work in the morning. Bye, everyone!